Having all kinds of technical difficulties today. Welcome to my channel today. I am live here on YouTube for my 5 o'clock Eastern Time show. Sorry for the delay. I've had all kinds of issues today. Cannot get things to work. What can I say? I'm on my phone today, and you'll just have to find me here. I know you will, because you folks are determined. You always track me down. I can't hide on you guys. How you doing? It's March the 20th, 2018, and forgive me while I try to set up here. I'm trying to actually find myself on my own channel, and I think I just have. Let me just take a look here as I watch my own show. Yeah, I'm watching myself on my own show on my wife's tablet because I can't use my computer to do this, unfortunately. And I'm trying to find the chat feature on this whole thing, and I don't know if I can see it anywhere. It's exciting, isn't it? Isn't it exciting when you don't know what you're doing and you're trying to? Oh, there it is. Okay, there it is. Okay, I see Steve. Steve, you're here. How are you, buddy? Sorry for this total dysfunction. I have to literally look at two screens at the same time to see what's going on. There we go. PJ is here, greeting from Omaha, and Richard Karnamaski is here. Norman is here. Welcome, you guys, my diehards. It's nice to have you guys back, and my newbies. Sorry for this, you know, the way it is. What can I say? Boy, am I shiny today with this light right in my face. Oh my goodness. I don't like the way I look, but what can I tell you? I can't help it. Anyway, welcome to Tuesday. It's like I said, it's March the 20th, 2018, and I've got a couple of topics I want to talk to you guys about today. Just to give you a quick update here, my computer had a number of issues with it, and I had to do an update on the Windows 10. And it wouldn't let me do it. I had to get all kinds of other updates, and I had all kinds of error messages, so I ended up calling some techs. And remotely, they reset my computer. Problem now is I can't get on the internet. It won't go on. And I think the issue is possibly, sorry folks, I'm still making adjustments here, don't mind me. It's possibly the computer doesn't know that the internet's trying to talk to it, and you know, I just need more time to set this up. But the computer turned on 15 minutes before airtime after all the updates, and here I am scrambling. I couldn't even make a notice on YouTube without going live on this phone about half an hour ago, just to let you know I'm alive and well and put my notice up. So you've had to find me this way instead of the usual way, but looks like we got 24 here, 6 thumbs up already. Not bad for a lousy show. Anyway, thank you for all coming in. I see the comments here. Like I said, Steve's here, PJ Drayton, Richard Karnamaski, Norman, Debbie's here, Sylvan Forrest is here. How you doing, Sylvan? Nice to have you here. We've got Marlenia is here. Richard's saying, sounds like you need a good IT guy. Oh yeah, I do. But I got to make some money first because they cost money. I haven't got money. Yeah, Elizabeth Breen is here. Hi, Elizabeth. Welcome. Welcome all of you guys. If a bunch of you are newbies, sorry for this technical faux pas, but you know, what are you going to do? It's high tech, and Bruce is old tech, you know. Couple of points on the old channel. Yesterday I got off the air, 1,379 subscribers, 1,375 when I got off the air last night. And the last time I looked about an hour ago was 1,383 or something like that, 84. So we got 8 or 9 more subscribers. Thank you, each and every one of you. I love it. I get comments from new people all the time. We seem to be attracting new people on the live stream all the time, which is really great to see. I'm really happy about that. If you are new, you have come to a channel where we talk about cruise ships, going on cruise ship vacations, finding deals to go on a cruise, you know, cruise sales. We compare different cruise ships. We talk about rumors in the industry as to what's going on out there. George is here. Hi, George. We talk about all kinds of, you know, things that are going on in the cruise business. And my viewers you are seeing right now signing in, they're telling me, hi, how are you, where they are, what their temperature is today. I would love it if you folks who are watching me, my regulars who have already signed in and who are thinking of signing in, would you do me a favor today? This is for the newbies that are watching live, and this is going to be for anyone who's watching this video going forward from now on. Would you mind typing in how many cruises have you been on? If you can guess, if you have exact numbers or just approximate. Just so the folks who are watching this channel today or tomorrow or next week, next year, they'll know when they come to watch this chat, they're hanging around with folks who've been on some cruise ships. And this gives these folks, I hope, a little more confidence to tell us, give us questions as to what they want to know. If you're a new cruiser and you want to know how to book a cruise or how to get a good deal on a cruise or what you're allowed to bring on a cruise ship or not, you've come to the right channel. Traveling with Bruce is the place to come here. This is the fastest growing YouTube channel in the travel segment for cruise shippers. There's no doubt about it. I am adding 500 viewers a month now just because of these live streams. My watch time is surging. My interaction rate is growing fantastically. I'm really proud about it, really excited about it. I'm really excited to have my viewers join me every day. As you see them here just pumping in the information, they're just typing away. And you're among good company. If you're new, say hi. Tell us that you're a newbie, that you've never been on a cruise, or this is your first time on the channel. Tell us. You'll find that most of these folks will say hi to you and welcome you into the clan. We love new joiners, and like I say, we're getting them all the time. So this is fantastic. Kelly's here. Hi, Kelly. How you doing? I see you. I've got my glasses on tomorrow because they're pretty shiny when I wear them. It's really glary, and so I can see the logos of who's here. Like I said, the channel's growing wonderfully. Latest update from YouTube is I'm still not monetized. Today is the fourth week anniversary of no monetization. The only monetization I have is from the generosity of my viewers through Super Chat, and anyone who wants to do that, I say thank you. Anyone does a Super Chat of $10 or more, sports medallion is yours, your choice. I'll mail it to you anywhere you are, and that would be fantastic. Now, today's topic, I don't want to get too much in commercials. I want to get right to the meat of the story here today. I wanted to find out from my viewers the topic of the day being, should you tip or do you tip any extra on a cruise ship over and above the suggested gratuity amount that the cruise ship recommends? For newbies, if you've never cruised before, the way tipping works on a cruise ship it's a little different than on, say, a land resort. Cruise ships will recommend a tip amount that you can pay on a per-day basis that covers everybody. Depending on the value of your room and the particular kind of room you have, if you have a room, say a balcony room or an owner's suite, like a higher end big room, you'll probably have a concierge in your area looking after you additionally, and or maybe even a butler available in your suite as well. These people deserve a little extra because they're giving you a lot of their time. But those tips, again, are usually built into the cruise. It's not uncommon where a typical tip amount might be, say, anywhere from $12 a day for some of the lines up to about $16, $17 a day per person in the cabin. So if it's a husband and wife, two people, you're looking at $32, $34 a day in tip. But that'll cover everybody. It covers your room steward. It covers the folks all around your cabin that are, vacuuming the floors, dusting everywhere, taking out, changing your laundry for you. Then it covers all the wait staff, the bus boys. It covers all the bartenders throughout the whole ship. So if you're, going to the main dining room for a bite to eat, or you're in the buffet and you're having a bite to eat there, all those servers, all those folks cleaning up, all those folks behind it, they're all getting a piece of the tip money. It's just the way it's split up. And your amount that you pay every day is automatically included in that pot, let's say. Now, I have viewers who've told me stories over the last month or two that I've been doing these live streams as to what they do, how they're tipping their people. And I wanted to get a little bit of involvement from them today on that. So let me just read some comments and see what we have here. And forgive me if I'm looking down here because I'm looking at basically my wife's tablet to read these comments. Although I'm going to raise it a little bit here so I make more last-minute adjustments and try to get this just right. so I don't look too far away from you every time I look away. But here I am trying to trying to set this camera up and this tablet up, and you see my eyes shifting. See, okay. So Steve Bartley has just said for me, first of all, things are working now, and then PJ Drayton saying greetings from Omaha, drizzling in the 30s. Brr. Richard Koromaski, happy spring, Bruce. Snow, ice, 28 degrees in Philly. We will have snow until tomorrow. Norman Duarte, hello all, 38 in Bridgeport and snow on the way, laughing out loud. Debbie Emanuel, hi Bruce, 57 and raining in Chico today. It's winter. Give the thumbs up to Bruce, Norman is saying. Sylvan Forest, hi Bruce and everyone. We reached 90 degrees here in Delray Beach, Florida. Sylvan, 90. Very sunny, slight breeze. Watching you with our daily that afternoon, rum and coke and cigars. Way to go, Sylvan. Welcome back. Marlenia is here. Hi, Bruce. 53 degrees in Aurora, Colorado. Richard Kornamaski, sounds like you need a good IT guy. Elizabeth Breen, I'm here. George McCrower is in the house. 73 degrees. Thunderstorms, tornado warning, high winds advisory in the villages. Come on down, enjoy it. It's fun. We love it. Oh, wow, George. Unbelievable. Peter Heckema is here. Hi, Bruce. 75 in Tarpon Springs, Florida today. With thunderstorms, we're under a tornado watch until 6 p.m. tonight. Unbelievable. Kelly Stojanovic is here. Hi, Bruce. Cold in Ohio. It's supposed to snow again. Boo. It was in the 60s the other day. Got a lot done outside. Cleaned up the yard. I'll be here listening in. Way to go, Kelly. Get it done while you can, because you don't know how long you got, right? Debbie Emanuel, 5. I'm not sure what that means. Maybe thumbs ups. Sylvan Forest, exactly 28 cruises so far from Sylvan. Looking to book another one soon. So Sylvan's got 28 cruises under his belt. And there's experience available for us there. I love it. Thank you, Sylvan, for that. What do we got here? Kelly saying, hi, guys. I've been on one cruise. It was a Disney cruise. Went on a Make-A-Wish trip with my grandson, who is diagnosed with cystic fibrosis, autism, bleeding disorder, bowel disorder, seizures. What a nice gesture to get a cruise in for that guy. That's fantastic. Peter Heckema, we have been on 15 cruises with 4 cruise lines. Richard Kornamaski had a couple of messages. They're coming. Kelly, Benjamin is his name, and he has spent a lot of time in the hospital. We had a wonderful time on the Disney cruise. Me and my husband are leaving on April the 8th for a cruise, 7-day cruise to the Caribbean. And you earned it. Way to go. Fantastic. Michelle Lucas saying hi. I think Richard, 5 cruises, longest 29 days. Bob Hollis, hi Bruce, 64 in Atlanta today. Wes Morrison, hi Bruce, 77 here in New Braunfels, Texas. Hi Wes, hi Bob. Michelle Lucas, sprinkling in Sacramento, California. Kelly, a tip according to service. So if I get extra service people treating me extra nicely, going out of their way to do something that I've asked them to do, I just do something a little bit extra. Absolutely. Kelly is saying, I always tip extra and above and beyond, like let's say 20%. I would give an extra 10%, even, oh yeah, we do that even at restaurants. Yeah, there you go. Well done. And I agree. Pardon me here. I'm looking here at my messages. Michelle Lucas, 18 Princess. 7 miscellaneous cruises. We tip extra to our favorite in their hand. Cash, usually $20. Giving back is our game. Charlie Baum, hi Bruce. I've been on 11 cruises and have booked for 2 more in 2018. Richard Kornamaski, Bruce, I tip $1 to $2 a drink, $5 at dinner for each waiter, 20 to 40 for maitre d' who helps me with food selections, allergies, and 40 to 60 for room person. This is above standard cruise. For a standard cruise tip of $13 a day. That gives you an idea of what Richard's doing. Elizabeth Breen, I'm a hairdresser. I tip. The room steward gets about 30 if they're great. The maitre d' waiters get another 20, and the bartender's usually $1 a cocktail. The spa gets cash too. There you are. Alani is here. Hi, Alani. Hi, Bruce. It's a beautiful sunny day, 65 in Fort Worth area today. Welcome back. Samantha Farmer's here. I think the whole tipping should be whatever you want to pay according to your service, like anywhere else. And if you don't want to tip, so be it. Samantha saying, not for customers' fault. The cruise line does not pay the staff enough, but they force you now and make it hard to remove. Richard Kornamaski, I tip room attendant, very first meeting, $20, and any special requests, and always have great service. Tips are a small amount of the cruise. Bob Hollis, above and beyond the standard tip, I usually give the steward $20 on the first day. Gets us good service with extras, maybe more later in the week, depending on how they do. There you go. Skyhawk 87 Turbos here. We hit 73 in Charlotte. Welcome, buddy. Charlie Baum, I'm going to give $40 to each to 2 bartenders 2 to dining staff and steward. George McCrower, haven't counted number of cruises. We're 4-star cruisers on Holland America, 200 plus days on Holland America. Elite, whatever number that is, on Princess. 1 time on Norwegian and 1 time on the famous out-of-service Delta Queen. Loves to Travel says, hi, Bruce, it's 45 degrees here. Sylvan Forest, I tip according to the cruise lines guidelines, and then I tip a la carte, carrying small dollar thank yous, thank you cards with a few dollars in them, and I leave an envelope for my cabin attendant. George McCrar, we generally tip extra starting early on each cruise. It generally does make a difference in service quality. Money talks worldwide, got to give it a voice. Camille Castorina, I was a professor with a semester at sea, 3.5 month round the world teaching tour that stays about a week in each port. Wow, that's fantastic. Camille, are you a first timer here? I don't recognize your name. Are you new? If you are, welcome. If it's been a while, welcome back. That's great. Elizabeth Breen, I also give postcards that are really postmarked international so they can send their wives and kids a note from the port they're at. Love it, and they do also. Loves to Travel says, can't stop myself looking for a cruise. I want to try one of a large Royal Caribbean lines, but I don't know. Peter Heckema, we usually buy our gratuities ahead of time, but if we get great service from our cabin steward and barman, we give an extra 20%. Scott Batchley, hi Bruce, starting the rain in Ventura, 63 degrees, waiting on the floods. Yeah, first it started to rain, and it started to flood. It got worse and worse and worse. Folks, I'm going to keep adjusting my camera from time to time, so don't mind me here. I'm trying to just get it right. There we go. Okay. That's great. Let's see here. Cam Wilson, hi everybody. Elizabeth Breen, I think a lot of people think cruising is cheap, but really it is not. And I appreciate everyone. Camille Castrina, first timer. Camille, welcome. It's great to have you. It's fantastic you're here. I suspected you were because I didn't recognize the name. I'm trying to get that glare off of my... Sorry, folks. There's nothing I can do. I'm just noticing how awful I look on this lighting, and there's just not much I can do about it. I'm here. What can I say? All right. What do we have here? Elizabeth Green. I think a lot of people think cruising is cheap, but really it's not. Camille's first timer. Judy Ann says, hi, Bruce. Hi, Judy. Sean Johnson, wife, and I really enjoy taking care of folks who take care of us. It's unbelievable how $20 makes a massive difference in the lives of some of the staff on board. And, you know, if you're talking about a 1-week cruise, just to kind of put some perspective on this for people, you're talking about a 7-day cruise. You're handing somebody a $20 bill at the beginning of a 7-day cruise. You're talking $3 a day, not even $3 a day. For $3 a day, these people will now be all over you for anything you want, need, or desire. I mean, it's just fantastic. That's cheaper than on land. I mean, geez, you go to a Denny's restaurant for 2 people, and you're dropping what, $18-20 for lunch, and what's your tip going to be? $6, $7, 20%ish, you know, whatever. $3 for a day, a whole day, so it's $20 for the week. Bargain. That's a fair deal, really fair deal. Skyhawk Turbo, hey Bruce, what happened to Jay Sonic? Not seen him in a long time. Skyhawk, the story on Jay Sonic is our friend from Montreal. He sent me a message about 4 or 5 days ago, the last time he talked to us. He found a girlfriend, so he's kind of busy right now. That's why we haven't heard from him. He's traveling in other circles, right? Wendy Thompson. Hi, Bruce. Hi, Wendy. How are you? Charles Jordan. Good evening, Bruce. Good evening, Charles. Let's see here. What do I got here? Sean Johnson. Jay Sonic has a girlfriend now and had to stop watching YouTube. Teresa McFarland. Hi, Bruce. Plus 2 degrees in Waterloo, Ontario. And Bob Hollis, 2 hot dogs a day at Costco is $3 a day. There you go. That's right. Two hot dogs at Costco is $3 a day. And for the cost of a couple of hot dogs, your room steward will just be all over themselves to look after you and your needs for you and your companion. No question about it. No request is too much to ask. It's fantastic. And if you're paying, $13-14 a day in tip money anyway, as part of the deal, and then you're adding in, $20 here, $10 here, $5 there, $2 there. So what? You drop an extra $100 in tip money for the week? What, $15 a day you dropped per day for 5-star service on a cruise? Wow, Wonderful, just wonderful. You stay in a 5-star resort, say in Miami Beach, or you stay in a hotel in Orlando in Disney World. 400 a night for the room, plus your meals, plus all the service. You're dropping tip money all the time. Vegas, you're dropping tip money all the time. This is no big deal. Here on a cruise ship, these folks, a $20 bill for your cabin steward from the Philippines. Oh, that's a lot of money. There's a reason why there are 100 guys or girls lined up for that job at all times, with every cruise line, every ship. You can count up all the staff that these cruise lines hire and have on board, and you can multiply that number by an easy 100 as to how many candidates and applicants there are waiting for a chance to be interviewed for that gig. Now, for those of us in North America, we may view this as a chump change, but boy, I'll tell you, when you're from a third world entity, to be able to make Western currency with room and board and everything else, these folks don't quit their jobs. They don't. They stay in this gig for 15, 20, 30 years. They work their entire lives to send money back home, and the family really appreciates it. So there's a brief rundown from just my quick, my existing crew here. And you can understand how many cruises they've been on. I was asking all you guys, if you haven't already, how many cruises have you been on? And that'll give all my folks who are watching this live video and also this rerun, they'll have an idea of how many cruises of experience we're talking about here with the chat that my regular viewers are enjoying with me here. Fantastic. Elizabeth Breen is saying, I think it's truly awesome to give these people what they deserve. Samantha Farmer, it's not to tip, it is how the cruise lines are almost forcing you to do it. Yeah, I hear you, Samantha, but they could just charge us $100 more for the cruise, and then say tipping's included. They could play that game, but they won't unless they all do it. So they won't. So it's a separate thing. Sylvan Forrest, I met a Norwegian Cruise Line crew member I knew at Fort Lauderdale's Costco and took them out for hot dogs and Coke. They remembered me from the Jade. Isn't that great? Richard Kornmask, on my last cruise 2 weeks ago, people were actually taking their automatic tips off the bill on the next to the last night. I couldn't believe it. The staff was very good. I felt so bad. Richard, this is a common occurrence from time to time. I'll tell you the time that when I saw it really bad, I was on a cruise on the Norwegian Jade. My daughter and I took a Mediterranean cruise. It was like an 11-night cruise. Loved it. Service is great. Had a wonderful time. Had no complaints. But the cruise started in Southampton. And the story goes, there's a bit of a backstory here on this one. The Norwegian Jade had originally been built. It was a brand new ship, was barely a year old, and it had been deployed in Hawaii. Norwegian Cruise Lines wanted to have, I think, 3 ships full-time handling the Hawaiian Islands. And they started with the 3 quickly once they started service. And of course, being only Hawaiian Island cruising, they had to hire Americans on board. And they had to have green card holders. Well, anyway, Norwegian was running at such losses in Hawaii. They couldn't make it pay because they couldn't get the ships up to 100+% capacity for these cruises, because a 1-week cruise in Hawaii was double the price of a 1-week cruise in the Caribbean. And on top of that, you had to fly to Hawaii and back, and it isn't a cheap $99 flight like with Southwest to get to Hawaii and back from the mainland. So cruisers were paying dearly to get to the island, spend a night or two in a hotel or longer, and then get on the cruise, and then perhaps a night or two longer on the hotel, and then come home, whatever their arrangements were. But if you did that cruise back in, this would have been 2008, you were more than paying more than double what it would have run you for, say, an equivalent Caribbean experience out of Miami or Fort Lauderdale. So the Norwegian people cut their losses pretty fast. And one of the first moves they made was get the Jade the heck out of there. And they sent the Jade to Southampton. And they started selling cruises right away to the Mediterranean using the Jade as the ship. So when I got on the Jade in '08, say August '08, I believe it was, the ship had only just got there, and it was now starting its Mediterranean run. And they were offering the cruise, the 11-day cruise, at a really good deal. And I had booked it about 4 months earlier at a great price. I was so happy with the price I paid for this deal. But also what happened was a whole bunch of folks from the UK also got an opportunity to book an 11-day Mediterranean cruise at a good price. And the ship ended in Barcelona. So we started in Southampton, went all the way to Rome, back to Barcelona, and that's where the cruise ended. And then it would start its next cruise from Barcelona, and I think it would now stay in the Mediterranean on a weekly basis. Anyway, bottom line was this. The ship was probably 60% occupied by folks from the UK. And they were not interested in paying tips over and above. They just felt, alrighty, I'm back. Is everybody okay? Here we go. I'm back. All right, let's see if if you can get me. If you got me back, just drop me a little message. I noticed you lost me and my phone overheated. It went off. And let's see if we're back here. Throw him a life ring. Hang on, Bruce. Don't leave us forever. Charles Jordan, are we? Yeah, we're back. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. All right, so to finish that story, I hope I wasn't boring you with it. The Brits were not interested in dropping tips on over and above the fare. And so a whole bunch of them were lined up on the second to last day. But I heard all about it for 11 whole days. Every day for 11 days, I heard the complaints, the bitching and the moaning about this ridiculous amount of money that they wanted to have people pay for this cruise. And at the end of the day, a bunch of them were lined up on that second to last day all day long. There were, 2 or 3 agents behind the desk, and each of them had 5 people in line all day long to rescind part or all of those charges, which I just found disappointing, really disappointing. But what are you going to do? It's just unbelievable. It was just not right, and it's just the way it turned out. It was very disappointing. Anyway, there's a story, and to this day, people do that. So there are some of us on the one side who are generous to a fault, or we feel that the least we can do is tip them a little extra, and then there are those of us on the other side who just don't want to. We're grinders, and we just don't want to give up a buck. We just want to do it, and we want people to work for free, or we want someone else to cover it. Because somehow magically, these people are flown in from the third world countries by these cruise lines. They work for 11 months. They're sent home for a month R&R, and then they come back for another 11-month contract. And they're supposed to work at whatever the cruise line pays them. And if it's too little, too bad for them. And if they get extra tip money from someone else, well, good for them. But you're not getting it from me. I know it. It's the way of the world, and that's just the way it is. So what are you going to do? Let's see what we have here about. Sorry, folks, I'm going back to my notes from before I got cut off. Let's see here. Yeah. Okay, so Judy was saying she's been on 7 cruises. Carol Smith is here, first cruise in June. Carol, you're new, and if you're still here, I hope you're still here. I hope I haven't lost you. I think you're a newbie, and welcome to the channel. Welcome to the chat. It's fantastic that you made it. Sorry I'm having technical difficulties today, but we continue to strive for excellence no matter what. Norman Duarte is saying is 4 cruises, 3 on NCL. Elizabeth Breen, I have to say that we make a good income, and this is our vacation, and they are doing so well by my husband. I truly do think that they deserve it. Nice going. Michelle Lucas is saying we use cruise credits for gratuities to end. We use cruise credits for gratuities at the end of the cruise. Yeah, I mean, if you still have some, cruise credits left over, cruise ship credits, hand it to the staff. Absolutely. Teresa McFarland, 28 cruises for me. She's saying. Wendy Thompson, 13. 1 Mississippi Queen, 1 Viking, 3 Princess. The rest are Carnival. Love Princess. Bob Hollis, 8 cruises for me. 6 on Carnival and 2 on Royal Caribbean. Taking Harmony of the Seas this fall. Fantastic, fantastic. Charles Jordan, Bruce, we lost your feed. Everyone's saying you went offline. Oh no, did we lose him? Did you guys say anything nasty about me while I was gone? Let me just see here. That guy, he hardly has any hair on his head. Who does he think he is? Wait a minute. No, I'm just making that up. Richard Kornmaski saying this cruise was out of Fort Lauderdale, and most of the people taking the money off were older people that looked well-to-do Americans. That's sad, isn't it? That's too bad. Wendy Thompson offline, loves to travel. Man overboard. Richard Kornmaski. Oh no, Richard Kornmaski. Bye everyone. Sylvia's here. Hi Bruce and everyone. 40 degrees and cloudy, cold. Expected snow tonight. Bah humbug. She's calling in from Greensboro. Loves to travel. Come back. Bob Hollis. Seaside internet connection. Poop. AJ Walsh. Lost count of cruises. Have been cruising since the 80s. Been on between 40 or 50. Have many more to come. Hopefully, if health and stamina hold up. Way to go. Wendy Thompson. Throw him a life ring. Charles Jordan. Thumbs up. Peter Heckema. You're back now. Loves to travel. You're back. PJ Drayton. You're back. Norman Duarte. Cut in and out, but back now. Debbie Emanuel. Oh, yeah. Skyhawk Turbo. Elizabeth, what does your comment about what you and husband make a difference about tips? I don't know. I'm Shivian first. Hi y'all. My first 6-day cruise is in 186 days on Carnival Conquest. Peter Heckema, I think $13.50 per person charging to your bill for tips on Royal Caribbean. Is charge to your bill for tips? I can't. I'm trying to read that, Peter. I can't. You've got a typo in there, but I think you're just saying that it's $13.50 on Royal Caribbean. Richard Kornmaski, I feel on tipping. 1, had a great career. 2, I'm on vacation and don't mind tipping. 3, these folks do work long hours and don't really make what type of money I made in my life. Correct on all 3 counts. Wendy Thompson, don't mind tipping for good service. We earned our paycheck on the line at Chrysler, knew what it took to get our money. Chevian first, I am prepaying my tips in advance. $77.70 per person for my 6-day cruise. Deal. That's just such a good deal. Teresa McFarland, I always prepay my gratuities in advance. Sylvia saying 3 cruises, all Carnival. We'll be cruising in about 30 days from Charleston, South Carolina. Wes Morrison, every time you were offline, I hit the thumbs up. I hope your count improved. Peter Heckema, yes, Bruce, $13.50 per day, per person per day is added to your bill. Yeah, there you go. On Royal Caribbean. Yeah, I think we got 20 thumbs up so far. Fantastic. Looks like I got 45 watching at the moment. Thank you for all of you being here. If any of you are new to the channel, have never watched before, love to get thumbs ups. If you can spare any, they're free. Just hit the little thumbs up icon and it helps my ratings. Also, if you like the show, you like the channel, there's a subscribe button here. There's a subscribe button there. There's also, I think it's on this side, there's a bell notification icon. Looks like a little thing, looks like a bell. Click on that, and every time I do a new video or a surprise video or anything, you'll get notified that Bruce is at it again. He's on the air. Love to have you on board as a subscriber. All of you who are just watching it haven't subscribed before, thank you again. Again, any of you who are in a generous mood and want to make a donation to this channel's survival, like IT survival and internet connection survival, I would appreciate it. You can do that through Super Chat. There's a $ at the bottom of your thing there. If you hit that, you can send me $1, $2, $5, $10. Anyone that sends me $10 or more, you get one of these as a gift from me to you. These are sports medallions for NFL, NHL, and some MLB teams, baseball teams. I also have some colleges. I've got a Beatles medallion. I've got a Star Trek medallion. Love mailing them out. Every time I mail one out, it's like, I love doing it because they're going, another supporter is getting a little gift from me. I'm so happy to say thank you for your loyalty to my channel and watching me what I do. Waiting for YouTube to remonetize this channel. For those of you who missed the earlier comment, it's 4 weeks today, 28 days today without being paid by YouTube to be on the air. They haven't paid me a dime in a month. And I don't know what the holdup is, to be honest. I've been looking at my analytics. Never had a complaint. Never had a strike against the channel. I got 1.2 million minutes of view time because of you folks who are so loyal to this channel. I put more content on the air than any other travel channel that I know of. I do 8 live streams a week. hour and a half a piece. I do an extra video or two a week, and lots of thumbs ups, lots of folks who like the content. And I just do not understand why YouTube hasn't remonetized this channel. I'm praying that what it is they are so overwhelmed with some of those nasty characters that got YouTube into some trouble in the first place, and now Facebook yesterday with that nonsense. Maybe that's the kind of thing that's holding up the remonetization of us, I think good guys. I don't know. But anyway, Super Chat is my only lifeline, and I thank you for any and all donations. I really appreciate it, Bob. You did it again. Thank you so much. I think I'm good for a more egg money, as you saying. I think I agree with that. Or I was going to say 2 hot dogs and a sundae at Costco. Easy. Certainly on the U.S. side. So thanks very much for your contribution. I appreciate it. Everyone and anyone, I really appreciate it. What do we have? Let's see. Skyhawk is asking Sylvia, what ship is going out of South Carolina, Charleston? She says, thanks for reminding me about the thumbs up, Sylvia. She said, when are you going to get your ads back? Other people have ads. This is crazy. Kelly, what happened with Facebook? And then Richard stepped in there. Richard, you sent me an orange one. You sent me a $10 contribution. Thank you so much for that. Fantastic. You know how I appreciate it. Words cannot do you guys justice. I thank you very much for your individual contributions to my channel. It's great. YouTube. Again, I don't know when YouTube will remonetize this guy. We've heard rumors the end of April for all of the checking out, all of the verification of channel behavior. I don't know if I'm in that, group or not. I've been praying that we'd be getting out of it sooner. On the Facebook story, it's all over the news right now with regards to these all kinds of political entities going on, all kinds of hacking going on, and Facebook is in the middle of a storm right now. And I worry that the peripheral damage that's being caused to them affects YouTube and any social media platform, all social media platforms. I'm not picking on Facebook or YouTube or anything. I just think it's an overall atmosphere of politicians looking to blame anyone for anything but themselves. And right now, social media is an easy target. But the bottom line is they're attacking us, all of us who enjoy social media, use social media, are on social media. And I think we're the good guys. That's just my personal opinion. I have no agenda against anyone. I'm just trying to talk about cruise ships and holidays and great deals. What's so wrong about that? Don't know. Anyway, there's all kinds of nonsense going on. Richard is saying Dallas Cowboys or Philadelphia Flyers. Philadelphia Flyers, I got for sure. I got Philadelphia Flyers done. I think I've sent you one already, so I'll check my address book. And if I've got your address, if I've sent you one already, I got your address, I'll send you another one. Thank you, Richard. You're getting a medallion today for sure. Debbie Emanuel is saying, awesome, Bob and Richard, for the super chats. Both of you guys, thank you so much. Paula K. Hi, Bruce. 38 and a winter wonderland is happening. About 8 inches already, and it's not stopping till tomorrow. Happy first day of spring. Oh, no. Bob Hollis is going thumbs ups. S. Swan, the ecstasy is going out of Charleston. That's for Skyhawk. There you go. Thanks, Sylvain. He's saying. Paula K. Hanover, PA. Yes, Paula, welcome back. One of my originals. Paula was the first person to ever text me on air back on January the 8th. 2018, and thank you for coming back, Paula. Again, thank you so much. Charles Jordan, sometimes the Carnival Sunshine sales also. Yeah, sometimes it does also. Okay, second topic of discussion today was top things to do before you go on a cruise, all right? Here we go. These are the top things all cruisers have to do, and to varying degrees. Whether you're a first-timer or you're a 10th timer or a 100th timer, these are some of the things that first-timer or all cruisers have to do. Number one, you check your passport for the expiration date of your passport. You got to know that more and more countries don't care when your passport expires as far as expiry. They want to make sure your passport doesn't expire within 6 months of you setting foot on their soil. So there are certain countries out there, and the USA is, I think, one of them. Canada, I know, sometimes works this way, and certain countries in Europe work this way, that if you want to visit the country and there's, say, only 4.5 months to go with your passport, you're not getting in. Your passport isn't considered valid enough because they're worried that you might overstay. Why on a 2-week holiday or on a 1-week cruise? I don't get it. So look at your passport for expiry date and make sure it has at least 6 months or longer to live before you book your cruise. Certain countries, especially in the Mediterranean, you might run into problems there. Just a safety tip. You got to check in online with your cruise company, with your cruise line. So if you've booked your trip with an online site like vacations2go.com, or you've booked it online directly with the cruise line itself, you're now going to check in with the cruise line, and you've got weeks to do it depending on how early you booked. You've got a long time to get it done, but you need to get it done, I would say, a good 6 weeks, a month before the cruise, to give the cruise line everything they want. And they'll have a checklist for you as you're doing the check-in process. They'll be checking off, yep, you got this done, but you still have 3 things to do before you can get on the ship, or 3 things to give us before, like in the next 10 or 15 days before the cutoff. Check in online with the cruise line. Now, when you are checking in with the cruise line for your cabin, for your contact information and everything else, you are, in some cases, able to do the following. You are able to look at pre-booking perhaps dinner seatings. You might be able to pre-book some of the shows. You might be able to pre-book onshore excursions even before the cruise starts. You might be able to pre-book drink packages where they're offering you a deal on a drink package. I've had my viewers tell me that they'll be given an offer, a deal on a drink package. It might be it might be something like half off, or at $50 for the drink package instead of $80 for the drink package, if you book it now. Sorry, folks, I'm moving my phone to keep it away from the intense light, which is hot. I trying to keep my phone cool so I don't get cut off again. Let's see here. Other items. You might be able to get a deal on specialty dining packages too. There are times where cruise lines will say, we got a drink package, we got a dining package, we got a combo deal here. Order both, you get this, and you might save 20-30% on the price of both. It might be just economical enough to entice you to jump on that deal. Just want to mention that. Other items you have to work on before the cruise even begins. You are, in some cases, depending on your condition, travel insurance and medical travel insurance. So you got to look at that. You've got to double check the, with your doctor, of course. If you're on meds and you're getting on, and health issues have been creeping up on you, then travel health insurance, medical insurance might be a must. And this is something you want to definitely look into. Travel interruption insurance, you want to look at that. Also, medical evac insurance. You got to make sure that the travel insurance or medical insurance you are getting is covering you for every eventuality, and that includes getting airlifted off a cruise ship to a hospital, wherever the nearest hospital is, whether it's US or whether it's Jamaica or whether it's Cayman Islands or what have you. The cost of a medical evac situation can be horrific, upwards of $50,000, and you've got to be covered for that. Other things to look into before you get on the ship. You got to contact your credit card company. It's a good idea to contact your credit card company. Tell them where you're headed, when you're headed, so that when these charges show up, if a charge shows up in, say, Cayman Islands for, I don't know, necklace you bought at a jewelry store, they're going to want to, they'll approve it because they know you're going to be there. You phoned in. On the approval process, they see that you phoned in and that you contacted them. Okay, so contact your credit card company. Contact your telephone provider, your cell phone provider before you leave the country, because your cell phone provider may have for you an international deal that you may want to sign up for. Perhaps it's for texting. Perhaps it's for Wi-Fi. Perhaps it's a calling plan. Do not leave the country without having talked to your provider, because you could be liable for some unbelievable cell phone charges for just roaming fees and everything else. Set your telephone to airplane mode, or better yet, shut the darn thing off, throw it in the vault, and forget about it for the cruise unless you take it off the ship on shore where you can use it for free Wi-Fi in airplane mode. Couple of thoughts there. I've heard cell phone nightmares. We all have, and you got to stay on top of that. Another one to work on is go online to YouTube. Check out your ports of call that you're going to go visit. Check out your cabin that you're going to be in. And I mean the room number. You may find that you were booked in room like 11808 on ship whatever. Go to YouTube, enter the name of the ship, and enter cabin number 11808 and hit enter. And let's see if anyone has been on that cabin on that cruise ship before you have. And they may have made a video about it. You're getting a free tour of your room from someone who's already been in your room on a cruise a year ago, 6 months ago, whatever. Another idea is if you know what ports, you obviously know what ports you're going to visit in your itinerary, go to YouTube and enter the names of those ports and watch what other cruise ship passengers have been doing at these ports on prior visits. You may find a short excursion that really interests you that you hadn't thought of. You just never know. Let's see if I got anything else for you. Oh yeah, okay, here's a couple of important things. The cruise line will ask you for an emergency contact. They're going to want to know, who do we contact in case of an emergency on your behalf back home? It might be a brother, a sister, a mother, a father, an uncle, an aunt, a good friend, a buddy at work, anyone. Those same people, you want to make sure, of course they're going to know you're on a cruise, you're going to want to make sure that if you're on any kind of meds, I would recommend you take photographs with your smartphone of your medicine bottles, your meds, and any prescriptions you have, and text that information to your emergency contact. Because if you've got an emergency issue, emergency medical issue on your cruise, and you're incapacitated, unable to communicate, this emergency contact person that the cruise line will contact will have the necessary information about your medical needs, your meds, that type of thing. If you get robbed on an island or at a cruise stop in Mexico or whatever it is, you get robbed and you get injured and you're unconscious or you're in the hospital and you're not able to communicate, someone who's your emergency contact can talk to the cruise line to give them all this information about your medical condition. This could be a lifesaver because the wrong medication could kill. It's really important. Take a photo of your meds and prescriptions. Also take a photo of your passport. I just saw that message pop up there. Take a photo of your passport. Take a photo of your driver's license. Hand that over to your emergency contact. Even if it's a text message, just email it from phone to phone so that they have that wherever they are. So if they've got their phone on them and they get this phone call from Royal Caribbean that says, you're the emergency contact for so-and-so, this person got injured, they're in the hospital, we wanted to let you know, then this emergency person can say, I have information if you need it for this person. And the cruise line will already have your passport number and that information because you checked in online, but you've got other information like medical information, prescription issues. You might have the name of the doctor that your friend is using, and you can give that contact information to the cruise line, which then they can pass it on to the doctor in the other country. So these are some of the top tips, top things you have to do, whether you're a regular cruiser, a lifer, a first-timer, haven't cruised in 10 years. These are the kind of stuff you have to think about depending on the circumstances that you're surrounded by, okay? So there you go. I'm going to now go back to my tablet here and catch up on my messages because as I've been talking, my folks here have been doing some additional comments as well, and I want to make sure we're all up to speed on it. Peter Heckema, I heard that YouTube is waiting for your wife to make an appearance before they monetize you. I can mention that to her, but I don't think she's going to buy into that program, Peter. Fantastic. Laughing out loud. Charles loves that one. Teresa laughing out loud too. Wendy, yep, that's right. Got it. Bruce, you got to bring it forward. Sylvan, verify that you do not need to be vaccinated for tropical diseases. If you do, make sure you get them ahead of time and keep your vaccination receipts. Very good tip, Sylvan. Charles Jordan, soon you'll have to take a photo of yourself and send it to them for your ID. Kelly Sanovic, we got deals on that drink package and also 30% off one of our excursions. There you go. Sylvan Forrest, some countries like Brazil will insist that you get a visa. We were warned by Princess that no visa, no embarkation. You're not even getting on the ship without the visa. That's right. That's exactly what happened. Wendy, we have a better chance of Bruce's cat making an appearance, and Bruce doesn't have one. Bruce doesn't have a cat. I had a cat that I was babysitting. It was my daughter's cat a couple of years ago, nicknamed Mr. Stinky. That's his nickname. That's how he goes by the way. But yeah, my daughter has him now. Let's see here. Richard Kormaski, Bruce, don't forget visas. Australia, New Zealand, India, China have various requirements that you must have, and the ship will stop you if you don't have it. And I'm also guessing, Richard and everyone else, regarding these visas, that during the check-in process through the cruise line, I wouldn't be surprised if that's part of the check-in process, that there'll be a red X that you haven't finished the check-in process because you haven't got a visa. But then again, you never know, right? Good to know this information. Kelly is asking, does anyone know if we need to get any vaccinations for the, and then I don't have from where? So we'll see. Charlie Baum, I got 25% off drink package for my April cruise. There you go. Richard Koromaski, Kelly, check on the CDC site for the federal website. It has a great list per country, what vaccines it recommends. Very good. Kelly Stonovit, Richard, thanks. Richard is saying T-Mobile has a great international with mostly free roaming and only 20 cents per minute to call back to the States. That's a good deal there. Charles Jordan, we have cricket, so we never have a problem. Richard, let's see, hang on a second. T-Mobile texts you when you get into a new country and what the charges are. No need to make a change to your phone service. Interesting. Bo Stark is here. Hey, Bo, take a photo of your passport and mail it to yourself or save it somewhere else safe. Also, the passport number is good to know. Exactly right, sir. You got it. Text it to a friend or a relative, the image of the passport. Absolutely do that. That's just, it's in a safe place, in a safe spot with a trusted individual. Absolutely. Richard Koromaski, you are welcome, Kelly. Some specialized travel doctors are also out there. You can talk on about the country and vaccine that you need and risk of not getting it. Kelly, wow, Richard, thanks so much. Kelly is saying, stupid question. What's the difference between visa and passport? Well, your passport is your document, the little booklet that they stamp when you come into the country, and a visa is usually it's a piece of paper that's either put into the passport for the country you're about to visit, and it's in effect a slip that gives you access for a limited period of time to a country that requires it. Sylvan is saying visas were the first thing the embarkation clerk asked. Passports and cruise documents came second. Ernest Gringo's here. Hey, Ernest. Hi. About in Canada, a cruise for us down here in South Florida. Hi. Ernest, I can't quite make it out. Peter Heckema, Cricket is a great wireless service if you travel internationally. Okay, that's the name of an international service. Richard, visa is really a tax entering the country. It's what it is. It's like an admission fee. They say it's for security and all that crap. It's not. If you have a passport from the United States of America or from Canada, the UK, these are as good as gold with respect to the verification of your identification and your character with regards to entering someone else's country. The United States, in effect, is saying a person that holds this kind of document from our country is the kind of person we allow into our country without questions asked. A passport is a verification of your character and your trustworthiness to enter the country. Now, is it a guarantee that you won't cause problems? No, but chances are you're not going to cause problems. A visa is a tax grab. It's a cash grab by a country that says, well, you know, we need it to verify this, that, and the other thing. No, it's a country that needs the money so badly that they're going to hit you up for an admission fee. And they call it a permission slip here, as Bob Hollis is saying, but it's a cash grab. And countries like Australia want visas for people to come in. Even Canadians, we have to have a visa to come into Australia. Crap. It's just crap. Why they have it, I don't know. It's an extra step. It's just the way it is. Now, countries like the European Union, Canada, the U.S., and a number of other countries, we have what's called B1 visa status. I, as a Canadian, to come into the United States, have what's known as a B1 visa, a pre-visa clearance. It's no charge. I can enter the United States with just my passport anytime I want, back and forth, as long as my passport is in good standing. And same thing for Americans coming to Canada, or for me to go to Germany, or Germans to come into Canada, that kind of thing. The countries have made reciprocal arrangements with each other, and it's a big deal. It's a big deal to the travel agents, to travelers, and for governments as a whole. It's a we trust you, you trust us. We verify our citizens. We trust your verification. You trust ours. It's all good. But countries who want visas, who demand visas, either need the cash, or their systems are so sloppy that they need to know each individual person that actually wants to enter the country, and they want to do their own little check. But I tell you, a lot of countries, they just take the money and then hand you a piece of paper. It's ridiculous. They want your passport from your home country, and then they'll give you a piece of paper that says, okay, you can come in. It's just ridiculous. It's a cash grab. Let me see what other messages we have. Stupid questions. What terms? Okay, and tax. Just returned from Cuba. K-Sib is saying, just returned from Cuba. Visa was $75. Kelly, how did you get the visa? Bob Hollis, visa is basically a permission slip to enter the country where required. K-Sib, Paul Manafort had 3 passports, and we know what a kind of person he is. Well, he was a lot richer than he is now. How about that? Richard, Australia, you can do online for like $30. Good for New Zealand. Others, you may need to go to the embassy. Peter Heckema, if you're traveling to Cuba, the cruise line will take care of the visa for you. Sylvan Forrest, my Brazil visa cost me $55 US because I'm a Canadian citizen. My wife is American. Her visa cost her $150. It's only a money-grabbing scheme. That's all it is. It's just a cash grab. I don't care what the countries call it. We know what it is. It's a tax. It's an entry fee. It's an admission fee. Kelly Stoyanovic, I got it. Thank you, guys. Bob Hollis. There are 2 types of visas, travel and business. Make sure you get a travel visa. Business visas require more info, sometimes more money. Yeah, you know, as far as I'm concerned, a country that wants to charge me a visa gets a long, harder look for me before I bother giving him the cash. Because the list of countries that don't require a visa from me to enter is long. Very long as a Canadian. I tell you, if these countries eliminated these visa fees, I think they'd get more tourists, way more tourists. And tourists spend money. They just do. This cash grab for $50 or $150 means that you are not giving local businesses that money. The government is stealing it for itself because it's either corrupt, deeply in debt, inept, whatever the term is. Countries that charge for visas, I think, have got issues, deep issues. Countries that don't, to work out reciprocals, are the winners. And if you trust my country and I trust yours, we're open borders. I tell you, the number of Germans that come to Canada, the number of Canadians that go to Germany, massive. Massive. The millions and millions and millions of dollars are spent in both countries by both sides. Germans spend money in Canada. Canadians spend money in Germany. The countries do just fine. Thank you very much. There's no need to charge a visa, but some of these countries do, and that's too bad. He's gone again. No, I'm not gone again. I couldn't be. I'm here. I'm seeing myself on my computer. I'm not gone. I'm here. Loves to travel. You have to sign back in. Blue Sun is here. It's a ghost in your back. It's a ghost in your back? Blue Sun, I don't know what you mean. Years ago, Richard Kormaski, years ago, saw a honeymoon couple step off a plane in Paris. Did not have a visa and were immediately sent back on the plane. Trip ruined. Unbelievable. It's just pathetic. Blue Sun, I spend money in this video. I have no idea what you mean. Bob Hollis, India requires a letter from business or place you are visiting, kind of like an invitation. Blue Sun, you don't see. Blue Sun, I have no idea what you're talking about. You got a question? You got anything relevant to say? Say it. Welcome to the channel. Hope you're a fan of cruise ships because you're with traveling with Bruce. If you don't, go somewhere else. I have no idea what you're doing. Anyway, that's the story there. Last thing I was going to mention was press release came out today, was talking about 3 cruise lines are expecting brand new cruise ships. Norwegian is expecting the Bliss within the month. Royal Caribbean, Symphony of the Seas within the month. And Carnival, the Horizon within the month. 3 giant cruise ships for the 3 biggies are coming out right away. It's going to be quite something. These ships have been getting press already. They're going to get tons of press. You're going to see so many press releases on this thing. It's just going to be wild. We'll have to see what's going on. Loves to travel saying, must be my computer today. Chevy first, I didn't realize you checked in online early. I thought it was like a plane ticket. Great tip. No, you check in early. That's right. The cruise line will guide you through your check-in process. It's very simple, streamlined. You can, in some cases, you can do as many, like you might not be able to do step 4 and 5, but you can do 6, 7, 8, and 9, and then you get back to 4 and 5 later. There's stuff to do. If you don't have an emergency contact right away, you can get other stuff done. Yeah, Blue Sun is, I think, giving me a hard time. What do you think, folks? Blue Sun doesn't like the fact that I'm looking over here to read my notes and looking at you to talk to the camera. I don't know. You got nothing better to do? Is that it? Richard saying, Bruce, I saw a review on MSC ship. Still problems on it. Review was March the 10th. That was on the seaside, right? Terrible. Nina Frank from Sweden, you need a document to get into the U.S. called the ESTA. They want to know everything that's already in your passport and where you're going to stay in the U.S. It's ridiculous. Yes, it is. I agree. Michelle Dory is here. Hi, Michelle. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the channel today. Yeah, each country has its ways and its means and its methods and... but in certain cases, it's easy to travel, and in certain cases, it's a real pain in the rear end, and it's expensive. It just is. It just seems that certain countries don't want to be open for business or open to travelers. It's just way of the world. Each country can quote make its own rules, but it just has to suffer the consequences, whether you get tourists or business people or not. There you have it. Let's see. Richard Kormaski, in Italy, you need to log your passport at the hotel. Yes, you do. That's true. You do have to log your at the hotel. Let's see here. There we go. Let's see if we can do that. Let's see if that works. And we'll go from there. Okay. Yeah, in Germany, well, I'm not sure about Germany, but there are certain countries where you have to leave your passport with the front desk and that kind of thing. I think I've just blocked this guy, K-Sib. I think I'll be able to block him off. And so I think we're going to be okay. The Sitting Bean, please sit up. Are you wearing a Calgary or an Ottawa CFL t-shirt? I don't think you should know that. Steaming Bean, you're the guy giving me a hard time about my Saskatchewan Roughriders shirt. You're giving me a hard time about my Stampeders shirt. You don't like anything I wear. As a matter of fact, the other day you offered me $2 to take my top off, and I find that insulting because I think I'm worth much more than that. But if I'm wearing red, I mean, come on. You got to know, although you're thinking, oh, he's wearing the Red Blacks. He's wearing Ottawa Red Blacks, and I'm not. There it is. Are you wearing a Calgary or an Ottawa shirt? Yeah, I know. You want me to be wearing Ottawa. I know you're a fan of Ottawa. I know. Welcome, Steaming Bean. We've missed you. Too much fun. Oh, my goodness. Oh, crazy stuff. Anyway, well, at least I tried to get this guy off. I don't know if I was able, maybe I wasn't able to get him out of there. Let's see if I can try it again. No, I can't. I tried to block him off, folks. I don't know if I've been able to get rid of this guy. What are the comments coming here? Nina Frank, how can you book a hotel before getting the document and it'll cost you $14? How can you book a hotel before getting the document, and it'll cost you $14. I'm not sure what that comment means, Nina. Can you help me with that one? I'm not sure what that means. And then K-Sib is saying red can be for Ohio State. Go Bucks. It could be. Yeah, that's right. Red could be for the Boston Red Sox. Could be for that. Yeah, there's all kinds of teams I could be dealing with here. That's true. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Just saying. Thank you, Kelly. I think he might be gone. I'm not sure if I was able to get rid of him. Gotta go, Bruce. Bob saying chicken wings from Costco are waiting. Oh, those are so good, Bob. They're so darn good. Have a good one, buddy. Thanks for popping in again today and everything. Richard, go Sox. Richard saying go Sox. Fantastic. And also, Bob, thank you for the contribution today for my super chat. Again, folks, any of you who are making a contribution to my super chat through this channel, I really appreciate it. I am unmonetized. This is the 4th week now, 28 days. No income from YouTube whatsoever. Working for free now for almost a month. The medallions have been a great hit, have been a real popular hit. Some folks are ordering them through the PayPal connection I have, and I thank you for that. And all contributions are gratefully accepted. Thank you so much for everything. Nina saying, I didn't mean, I mean, you don't even know if you're going to get approved. So you're talking about booking a hotel without knowing whether you've been approved to get into the country. But that's separate from the hotel, isn't it? I mean, if you're trying to book a hotel for, say, I don't know, in New York or Philadelphia or Miami, you don't have to have documentation to prove to the hotel you have documentation. Doesn't make sense to me. Am I missing something? Obviously, you want to make sure that you have your affairs lined up in Sweden before you come over for your documentation, of course. Which I'm sure you would. So I'm at a loss as to your comment. I'm not quite sure what how this works. But then again, I'm Canadian, and I'm so easy to. It's easy for me to get anywhere to travel. At least the countries I travel to, anyway. So I'm automatically given a visa automatically to get in. The Caribbean cruises, I've never had an issue with a visa matter as long as I have my Canadian passport. As soon as the cruise line gets my passport number, that issue is solved, so we're all good there. Steamy Bean saying, I am now hooked onto Airbnb and Uber, saving big bucks. Yeah, I would say you would be, definitely. Although, I've noticed lately how many cities are now becoming more and more aggressive with respect to licensing requirements for Airbnb operators. People, wanting to offer their home or their apartment for rent. More and more cities are demanding business licenses or hotel occupancy tax collection. I mean, the hotel lobby is serious, and they're going after individuals, to stop it. Now, a lot of condominium boards are stopping people from using their condos for Airbnb as well. There's a lot of that nonsense going on now. Richard saying, Nina, if you book on a major hotel website, you can always cancel and get your money back. Richard Kornmaski, Airbnb was great in Rome, much more cheaper than hotels. Michelle Dory, I mentioned I was new yesterday, and I've decided on Norwegian Escape in October to the Bahamas from New York City. Okay, fantastic, Michelle. That is going to be great. The longer you spend on this channel, the more confidence and knowledge you're going to get as to how to do this. And before you even get on that ship, you're going to know everything you need to know. Now that you're thinking of using the Escape, the Norwegian Escape, go to YouTube and enter the search term Norwegian Escape. You'll see all kinds of videos that people have made on the Escape. You're going to be able to tour your ship before you even go on your ship. And you'll see all the amenities they've got. Some folks will highlight the restaurants. Some folks will highlight other areas. Some folks will show you the different rooms that they've been in. You're going to be able to get all kinds of info on the Escape on YouTube. This is fantastic. Seeming Bean, Michelle, my Belle, doing the Escape this July. He's getting ahead. He's going to be ahead of you. He's on the ship, and she can't wait. This is fantastic. Oh, you'll have a great time. This is great. Fantastic. I'm so happy. Not an uncommon occurrence on this channel. Love it every time a new person comes on board finds out what we're doing, becomes a subscriber, joins us on our chats, and becomes a cruiser. And once you've done the first one, it's over. You're hooked. You're done. You'll be on cruises again because that's how much fun they are. Debbie's telling you that, oh, Michelle, I love that ship. Took my mom last year. So much fun. So much to do. Steaming Bean, mentally, I have already started my cruise. I could say something to that about myself, but it's a cheap joke. Laughing out loud from Michelle. Guys, I'm going to pack it in here because I'm on again at 8 o'clock tonight. This is, what are we at now? 6:14 Eastern. I'm on in an hour and 45 minutes for my second show. I'm going to see if I can get my computer to work. I'm going to see if I can get this video posted. I have no idea. My computer's been acting up all day. That's why I'm doing this on my cell phone here, and I'm looking at another tablet over here to read my comments. Thank you for the super chats today, Bob Hollis, and also Richard Koromaski. Bob and Richard, thank you both for your super chats today. I really appreciate it. It helps. I can use all I can get, and I'll take care of Richard with that Philadelphia Flyers medallion. It's coming you for sure. Folks are saying their goodbyes. Silo is here. Hey, Silo, I'm just going off the air. I'll see you at 8 o'clock tonight if you're around. Richard, see everybody. Debbie Emanuel, enjoy your dinner. See you back in a bit. Loves to travel, says see ya. Michelle Dory, have got to go. Way before the snow gets here. I'm going to the gym. Betsy Lane saying goodbye. Cam Wilson, see you again in a bit. Bruce Peter Heckema, bye Bruce, see you later. Connection was not great today for some reason. I don't know either. Michelle Dory, later. Silo, check back in a bit. Michelle, any concerns about using cruise pools or hot tubs? No concerns whatsoever. Highly monitored, highly looked after. You should be just fine. Absolutely just fine. But they have the shower right beside the pools, so you can take a shower before or after, and it's fresh water. You're fine. Thanks for the thumbs ups, you guys, today. It looks like 36 came in. I appreciate it. And I'm going to sign off, and we'll see you a little bit later at 8 o'clock if those of you are coming around. Otherwise, I'll see you, some of you tomorrow at 5 o'clock for my Wednesday show. This is Bruce with Traveling with Bruce saying thanks for joining me today. Thanks for tolerating this whole nightmare of this this telecast, but we pulled it off. I'll see some of you at 8 o'clock tonight. Otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great evening, everybody, and we'll talk to you again real soon. Bye for now.